Designed by Johann Zahn in 1685. First photograph was clicked by Joseph Nikifor Nips in 1814. Earlier cameras were incapable of saving the images and were in huge size. First practical photography was invented by Louis Daguerre in 1829, but it took almost 10 years to produce the effective method of obtaining a picture on a silver-coated copper sheet, or the daguerreotype. All this was done in Nips' partnership. Henry Fox Tablet invented calotype, the process of getting number of positives from a single negative. George Eastman invented the flexible film roll in 1889. The color photography at commercial level started in 1940, the beginning of comfortable photography with a handy camera. Manila paper. Manila paper is a type of light brownish paper made from Manila hemp or abaca. Manila paper comes from Manila, the capital of the Philippines, because Manila is the best-known city in the Philippines. In 1843, Manila paper was patented by John Mark and Lyman Hollingsworth. Mark and Lyman discovered that they could utilize hemp from Manila rope cut from old sails. Because of the strong fibers of the abaca plant, it was in heavy international demand and was an important Philippine export from the 1700s up into the first half of the 1900s. Phonograph, invented by Edward Leon Scott de Martinville in 1857. It is a cone-shaped speaking horn device that records sounds. The intention of this invention to be used to study sounds and never considered reproducing the original sound. It is the first device that recorded human voice. Phonograph, invented by Thomas Edison, the first to be able to reproduce the recorded sound on August 12, 1877. His goal was to transcribe messages from the telegraph to a piece of paper tape. The goal of phonograph was to record sounds and then replay the sounds. It is the foundation for music and the music industry within the United States and the world. Videophone. The first concepts of video conferencing were developed in the 1870s. The first actual development of the video telephone began in the late 1920s with the AT&T Company, Bell Labs, and John Baird. AT&T experimented with the video phones in 1927. In early 1930, video technology over phone lines exchanged images during conversation. The first recorded videophone was invented by a Filipino engineer and physicist named Gregorio Zara. In 1955, he first introduced the device and patented it as a photo signal separator network. Apparently, it did not sell not until 1960s that AT&T Company released videophone in 1964 at the New York World's Fair. In 1964, World's Fair in Queens, Bell's Model 1 picture phone was unveiled. People lined up to enter picture phone booth to make calls. The First Lady, Lady Bird Johnson, stopped by to try it out, but there was a trouble. It was too expensive to make a call. Videophone also had an extreme benefits for hearing impaired and deaf mutes. Hard disk, invented by IBM team led by Ray Johnson on September 13, 1956. Ray Johnson is also called as the father of the disk drive. Hard disk, known as HD or HDD, uses magnets to store information. 5 or 20 megabyte hard disk capacity was considered large in early 70s and 80s. In 1980, the world's first gigabyte capacity disk drive, the IBM 3380, was the size of a refrigerator, weighed 250 kilograms. In 1991, 102.5-inch megabytes hard drive was introduced. In 2005, first 500 gigabytes hard drive started shipping. In 2008, Seagate announced the first 1.5 terabytes hard drive. Single-chip graphical user interface was invented by Diosdado P. Banatao in 1981. Diosdado P. Banatao is also considered as the Bill Gates of Philippines. Single-chip graphical user interface made computers work a lot faster. It allowed to use graphics for commands and not the usual type commands in older computers. It has allowed data processing to be a little faster using very little space or the small chips instead of large boards. Camera on a chip, invented by Mark Loinas, who works at Lucent Technologies Bell Labs. He started one-chip digital video camera in 1996 and came up with a demonstrated unit in 1997, then introduced it to the public in 1998. This is based on the same CMOS, stands for Complementary Metal Oxide Semiconductor Technology. It produced real-time video images that could equal the quality of images produced by camcorders. This works by focusing light through a lens on a chip containing 100,000 sensors, each 1/5 the diameter of a human hair. Hardware in the chip processes the image, adjusts the color, and smooths out imperfections. This requires less space and uses less power than traditional CCD or charge-coupled devices cameras.